If you watched my video for question 34, you saw me start off a transitions question by looking at the words themselves, the choices, and using dumb summaries to kind of, eliminate some answers without really a lot of effort. And we can do that here as well. All of these words, even though they're long, have shorter, more common versions, dumber versions. And we use those words all the time. So, however is but, moreover is and, thus and therefore are words that you might use a little bit more yourself, but we would really just say that those are words that kind of mean the same thing. They mean so. They're because words. And when we analyze the choices that are given to us, we think that there are differences between them, right? So we start to analyze therefore and thus, and we think, well, what they seem, there must be a difference. But if we dumb it down and we analyze the simple versions of the choices, we see that A and B are really the same thing. In fact, there's no real difference between therefore and thus, at least in most cases. So for that reason, we can confidently eliminate those two answers before I even read the sentence, because it's just not going to work. If the two words mean the same thing, if these two choices are the same, how would I be able to tell which one is right and which one is wrong? I wouldn't. Therefore, we can cross them both out. There you go. So that leaves us now with a much easier choice too. We either need the moreover or the however. We either need to continue what we're saying or contrast with what we're saying. So dumb summaries are going to help us here. Let's try to think about connotations. A 1994 survey concluded that only 18% of American colleges required at least one philosophy course. Well, only 18%, that sounds pretty negative, because they're saying in this whole passage how great philosophy is. So yeah, that seems bad if it's only 18% that offer it. Between 1992 and 1996, more than 400 independent philosophy departments were eliminated from institutions, also negative. So there is no transition. There's no contrast here. So but isn't going to work. That would be a positive and negative shift. We don't have that. They're both negative. So a continuation is going to be something like moreover, which is just a fancy way of saying and. This question, a lot of people get it wrong. But when they see this explanation, hopefully they all realize how easy this is. This process that I just used here is so important for transition questions. It is how you're going to get most of them right. You have to think in dumber terms, because if you're just listening for what's good and bad, you're going to have a lot of trouble, because we don't talk like this very often. The simpler words are the ones we use. So if we can get back to that point with the simpler words, we're more likely to hear and think about the ideas in the right way. Dumb summaries are the smart way to handle these questions.